Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. If you are new, my name is Rachel Amma, and for this week's video I wanted to come at you with some of my favourite lunches right now, vegan lunches. So I've got two recipes to share with you. They're both very delicious using very simple plant-based ingredients. Please give this video a thumbs up if you're excited for some lunch recipes, and don't forget to subscribe because I'm here every week with new videos to share with you. So the first recipe I'm going to share is basically just a bunch of whole foods. We're going to season them up really well and make a really delicious salad. And when I say salad, I don't mean boring salad. I don't enjoy a boring salad. I have to make it really flavorful. So I've got some chickpeas and I'm going to curry them up, season them up, make them delicious. Going to make a really nice dressing to go with it, some quinoa. It's naturally high in protein, just is what it is. I really hope you guys enjoy this recipe. Let's get into it. So I've got some already cooked and rinsed chickpeas. I've got some paprika and garlic granules, some roasted red and orange peppers, cherry tomatoes, some quinoa. This is a mixed quinoa with red rice as well. I've got this tahini. This is the one I've been using lately. It's my favorite one. You really want to try and get a good quality one, otherwise it's very bitter. Now I'm just going to rinse off my quinoa, give it a really good wash and drain. You always want to give your grains a good wash before you cook with them. As you can see, the water's quite muggy. So after I've given it a good wash, I'm just going to pop it to the pan with double the amount of water, pinch of salt, and I'm also adding in some garlic granules. This will just give the quinoa a bit more flavor. You could also use vegetable stock, and that will also add some flavor. Now while that's cooking on a low heat, I'm going to prep my chickpeas. Now granted, this is quite a time-consuming thing to remove the skin, so you don't have to. It just improves the texture when we're about to fry them and saute them. So you just want to rub with a cloth. If you have any clean cloth at home, rub them together and the skins should start to just peel off, and then you just remove them. So to a pan, I'm going to add some oil and start sauteing my chickpeas. Now you don't have to do this with oil. You could just bake them straight in the oven if you don't want to cook with oil. So I've got my paprika, garlic and some salt, and we're just going to saute them and cook them for about 5 to 10 minutes. And you'll start to notice that they start changing in color. While that's cooking, I'm going to make a tahini dressing. So I've got my smooth tahini. I'm adding in half a lemon because it's going to be like a lemony tahini. I've got a pinch of salt, I've got some more garlic granules and some maple syrup. Again, you can use fresh garlic. I'm just being lazy by using my organic garlic granules. Then you just want to add in some water bit by bit until you get your desired consistency, and just keep mixing it, taste it, see if you want to add a little bit more salt or maple syrup or a bit more garlic, maybe a bit more lemon. You can also add some fresh herbs to this. You could also add something like turmeric and turn it into more of like a curried tahini, completely up to you. Now that the chickpeas have cooked, they've got this really delicious color and they're nice and crispy. And the quinoa is ready too, and I'm just fluffing it up. And to go with it, I've got my roasted red peppers. I'm just gonna cut them apart and get them ready to add straight to the salad. As well as some fresh cherry tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes are probably one of my favorite things to eat. I just absolutely love them when they're really juicy. And finally, some avocado. And these are the building blocks of the salad. So I've got some rocket, which I'm just going to throw straight into a bowl. Add in my cherry tomatoes. Add in my quinoa. You want to let your quinoa cool if possible, but if you're in a hurry, just throw it in. Then we're going to add our crispy chickpeas just on top. Our roasted red peppers are going in there too, and our avocado. And then finally, I'm just drizzling on that tahini dressing we just made. I like mine slightly thick. And also I've been using this lime and chili oil to my salads. It's so nice. It adds a little bit of spice. So you can add your favorite dressing as well. And I've added some chili flakes, some pumpkin seeds, and some fresh dill that we used in the previous recipe. And this is my really simple, flavoursome salad bowl. And honestly, it is so delicious. Please let me know if you make it. It's one of my favorites right now, and it's so summery. So the second recipe I'm going to share with you is one I also shared on Instagram recently. It's one of my favorites. I love bagels. So if you love bagels, this recipe is for you, but you don't have to have it with a bagel. You could just have it with like as a salad, have some sourdough bread, have it on crackers. Like, it's very versatile, but if you love bagels like me, you can have it with a bagel and you can take it to work, take it wherever you need to go, lunch, school, school, wherever. It's really simple and delicious. So let's get into this recipe. So I've got some organic garlic granules. You can use fresh garlic. I just use this when I'm feeling lazy and it's really handy. Then I've got some cashew nuts. I've let these soak in water so they're ready to go straight into the blender. Then I've got some chives and some dill. They are part of the onion family, so they're gonna bring like an onion flavor to it. And then finally, I've got some lemon. So I'm just gonna drain the cashews, add them straight to a blender, add in the garlic granules, and then I've got my lemon. I'm gonna slice it in half, squeeze in about half of it. And yes, if you are concerned, I did remove that pip that slid in. Then I'm gonna add some salt, some sea salt, some water, and I don't want to add too much water because I like the consistency quite thick. So we're just going to blend that in a blender, and you really want to use a high speed blender for this. If it's not powerful, it's not going to break apart the cashews that easier. This is why I love using a Vitamix. It does the job. So I'm just going to use this handy tool to make sure I get all the edges down and really blend down those cashew nuts. And this is the texture I like. If you want it even smoother, you can just add some more water and you'll get a smoother, runnier consistency. So now I'm just gonna add my spread straight to a bowl, and you can see how thick I like it. Very, very thick. And then I'm gonna finely chop up my chives and my dill. I would have added it to a blender, but it would have just kind of pureed it into a whole big green spread. So I like to just finely chop it and add it in at the last minute. And use as many as you like. As I said, it's gonna have like an onion flavor, so it depends how much you like onions. Then I'm gonna add in some black pepper, mix it all together, and you can taste it at this point. You can be like, do I wanna add a bit more lemon juice, a bit more salt, a bit more garlic, and you can use fresh garlic, you could use roasted garlic, anything you like. Now to build my sandwich, I've got a bagel, I've got some rocket, cucumber, tomatoes, and some extra dill. So I'm gonna finally slice up my tomatoes, my juicy tomatoes, and of course some cucumber. The cucumber will add a nice crunch. Now I've chosen to toast my bagel because I love toasted bagels, but you can just have like a fresh one. And there are vegan bagels in the supermarket. I just worked with Warburton's the other day and their bagels are officially vegan. I've also got some avocado, and so happened to be a perfectly ripe looking avocado. So I've got my toasted bagel and I'm just gonna start loading her up. I'm gonna get that spread all up in there. And this is why I like it thick, so you can just kind of spread it on. Then I'm adding on my tomatoes, my cucumber, which is gonna give me that crunch, the creamy avocado, a bit more dill for a bit more onion flavor, and some rocket. And to finish it all off, I like to add on a few chili flakes because I like a little bit of spice. Then I've added in some fresh lemon juice and a bit more salt and black pepper. And that builds this epic, delicious bagel sandwich. And you can add whatever you like to this, whatever salad you have in the fridge. You don't even have to add avocado if you don't want to. So I'm just gonna pop the top on, cut it in half. And obviously I've filled it quite a lot, so it's a bit messy, but it's so easy to take on the go. Pack it in a sandwich container, in your packed lunchbox, and you're good. Yum, yum, yum. So good, so good. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed all of the recipes this week. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy them. Don't forget to subscribe because I'm here every week with new videos to share with you guys. You guys really enjoyed the student-friendly recipes, so I'm gonna do more of those. But feel free to let me know in the comments any other videos that would be helpful for you, whether you are a long-term vegan, a new vegan, or just curious about some plant-based recipes. Let me know in the comments what kind of videos you guys wanna see and what kind of recipes would help you. Bye. So, because of YouTube's copyright and all that stuff, but I thought I'd let you know, throughout all the recipes, I have been listening to the Lion King soundtrack. Oh my days, that album is incredible. No, I have not seen the film yet. I really want to see the film. If you've seen the film, let me know what you think. Are you vibing the album the way I am vibing the album? What are your favorite songs? Let me tell you mine. So far, on rotation, my baby soul. Hey, hey. Also. Oh, this is such a vibe. Bigger. Okay, yeah, I can't just listen to them all because of the copyright. But already, don't jealous me. Find your way back. Bigger. I mean, the album is fire. So if you do make these recipes, have a sing along to some Lion King soundtrack. Cause that's what I do.